Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On one, right? 11 mighty. 11 MT. Hey. 11 stop.
They go play action with Burrow. And his first look is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Keep it going.
11 Thomas.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
12. Thomas.
Play action. It's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
12. 11 MT. 11 mighty.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Bengals at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Make something happen. Come on.
Do it right now, boys. 12.
Boys, let's finish strong.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Hey, can.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
Bengals are right for the first down.
All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah. This could be the
Here we go.
no score zone. No score zone. Off the field.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, build a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson. Good.
He grows to take it.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they got it 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the door gets tough in here.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They lost 2 and it brings up 4. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Presley Harvin now. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 9 now. Dancing to his left. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Red, Michael, yellow, blue.
They're going to look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's got it inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 60 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
11. 11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
11.
Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 55. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Shoves him aside. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Keep it up, fella.
2nd down and 8.
Line them up, heroes! Keep the ball moving.
11.
End this job with a 6-0.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hey, gotta go score. Go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a dump off here complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 8. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Black Ultra. Black Cup.
They'll set up the throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. It's caught left sideline. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll do it for his first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Go over. Cluster, stick. Side 2. Stick.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So second and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 2. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson. Good. Stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, this is Harris. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Steal, check, steal. Drill, 52. Smash, red. White, white. Red, yellow. Black, ultra.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Austin, intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Here we go.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Mixon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. In motion left, the tight end. Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we've been disappointed watching their execution to win this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
On the give, this is Harris. They find some open field here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Watch out now. 50, black shot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
11, Thomas. 12.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On third down, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And
that's into a crowd and intercepted.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it in. Complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 82 yards. Long developing route there in the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually sent him to the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet. And as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Cross 10. Cross red. Watcher 6. Strike blue.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Showtime! Let's make some noise!
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.